Hey guys, what's up? This is kaozbender here again for yet another video, and welcome to Super Mario 3D World. This is actually going to have a little twist. As you can see by the title, this is going to be Super Peach 3D World, rather. We're going to be playing the entire game as a Princess Peach, and the reason for this is because I don't think she has seen, enough screen time in, the actual videos or in the games in general. So, the title also says, and this is actually, as you can see right here, completely doable. It is going to be a deathless run. This is going to be showcasing how not to die in any of the levels. It is completely doable. It is really easy, and I'm going to be really happy to show that to you guys. So, well, one thing that I have to say while we create this new file is that sorry if my commentary turns like a little bit awkward or if I struggle to come up, with things to say. Reason for this is, as you guys remember, the last time that I sat in front of a TV recording a console game, with commentary and stuff, was back for The Road to Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Like back at the beginning of March, it was my last video, and just now, which is December 22nd, I know I'm recording this in advance because this is my very first video recording with my Elgato game capture, and I really want to have things like 100% ready. The day that you are watching this is January 1st. I thought that I would give Mario Kart 7 a week break, or a week and a half, and then, start with a new series on, 2014, which, I thought it was going to be pretty cool, pretty good. So, let me see, what is the other thing I wanted to say? So yeah, this is going to be my practice, or, well, maybe not practice, but this is going to be my test LP for recording Wii U gameplay. And the reason for this is because when Mario Kart 8 comes out, we're obviously going to be having the Road to Mario Kart 8. And, ultimately we're going to be playing through Mario Kart 8 itself. Going to be checking out, the cups and all that good stuff. And I'm really, really excited for the game. As you guys know, it is the game that when it was announced, it literally made me want a Wii U, and I already bought it, so yeah, you can pretty much tell I really love that game. So that's pretty much what this is. This is going to be a test LP, and I'm gonna be really happy to show you guys how not to die in any of the levels. So I didn't really mention that, but as you could see on my file, I already had 5 shiny stars. And by the way, we can actually start this first level. I'm actually pretty excited. Okay, let's continue. So, as you could potentially see, I already had 5 shiny stars. I had crown lives, which I'm going to show you how to do. It is actually going to be shown in this very specific video, which, yeah, you can tell this game, holy shit, it is so easy, man. So, let's continue. And let me see, another thing that I wanted to say. Oh, yes, the most important thing, actually, is that this is going to be a Let's Play that is going to be completely dependent if you guys believe me or not. Reason being is because, let me see, the first stars right here, as you can see, not really afraid, of death is, that you can see with a cat, so you can actually climb things. So, it makes it really helpful if you are, like, in a tough situation. Like, for example, if, with Peach, you can't really do a jump, but, you can potentially do this. So, it is really helpful, and you can, also jump like this. Going to be using the cat suit and some other power-ups to accomplish my goal, because some, spots for Princess Peach are indeed kind of tough, and we'll, make sure to showcase those, places. As you can see right here, that was like a little shortcut, and let's continue. So, the most important thing about this Let's Play is how it is going to be dependent if you guys believe me or not. Now, the very first thing that I want to say is that you guys know that I like to be completely honest with you, and this is not going to be the exception. So, you might be like, if this is a deathless run, you might be, just full of shit, and, if you die in one of the levels, then you can just, restart. Now, I am not going to, argue, yes, I am a cheating bastard. But, since it is, the recording, time, and I actually want to get down here, which is, going to give us a 3rd green star. Sorry if I'm not, talking about the gameplay that much, but in this first video, I just want to make, things clear how, this is going to be, a completely dependent thing if you guys believe me or not. So, let me see. Yes, so, as you can see, the file thing the file, well, whatever, I really don't know what to, how to call it, but, like, you could see that down there, down in the file, there was a thing that said lives lost, and I have 0 lives left, and by the way, this is, the collectibles here in the game, the stamps, which we can actually use for Miiverse, which I'm gonna show you later in, I think maybe next video, we'll have to see. So, yes, I mean, you can see that, I had 0 lives lost, and while, I mean, I'm going to be completely honest, I did it, it is really easy to do, and I'm going to show you how not to die in any of the levels, but if someone just comes up to me and says, you are a cheating bastard because, you can't pretend, oh, and by the way, yes, I actually tested this before, and yes, it is, I can actually confirm it, that if you, if, like, let's say I was going to die in this first episode, and I can actually press the Wii U menu, like, as you see right here, I can press it, I can close the software, and, if I die, the death is not going to be saved. I am fully aware of that, and the one thing that I have to say is that I just have, like, no proof of, I just can't, like, prove it wrong or, something like that. Like, for example, it isn't like in the, and by the way, right here we have, as you remember in 3D Land, we have the, these things coming back, which, is pretty cool. So, as you can remember in the 3D Land, well, in the 3D Land game for the 3DS, well, the one thing that I could have potentially done if the Wii U had something like this. By the way, you can actually go, like, around here, so, to get a couple of coins. You could potentially say, well, show us your, like, gaming log, whatever. In the 3DS, it shows you the amount of times that you have, like, maybe not turned on, but that you have opened software. And if I have, like, let's just say a lot of, like, restart. Oh, wow, I actually did that. I did that really cool. If I have a lot of, let's just say that it says that I played the game like 100 times, then that would be kind of obvious that, I did lie. But right here, I really have no way of proving that I did not reset the game in any of the episodes if I was to die. But to be quite honest, to be perfectly honest with you guys, this game is actually really easy. There is a huge, well, maybe not huge, but compared to the main levels of the game, well, as you can, well, I'm not really sure if I should spoil it. Like, there are some bonus levels, and those have a huge difficulty spike compared to the ones in, the main game. Well, maybe not the main game, but, like, for example, the ones that we are looking at right here, there's a huge difficulty spike compared to these, and I'm going to be, I'm just gonna make sure to play a little bit more cautious, because, well, I really, well, if I die, the thing is just over, and, well, even though if I do die on camera, which is, believe me, is not gonna happen because this game is incredibly easy, then, I I don't even know why I'm saying this, because this game is just so easy. I'm not gonna die, and I'm gonna show you, I'm really gonna show you how not to do it. So, let's just continue. As you can see, the charging chuck blockade, as, these dudes come back from Super Mario World, which is awesome. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. So far, and by the way, if you press the minus button, you can see the map right here. A lot of people, well, maybe not a lot of people, but I saw episode 1 of one of the dudes, well, I'm not really going to mention his name because, well, I'm about to say something a little bit harsh. So, he just started the game, by the way, day 1 Let's Play, obviously, and he was like, okay, welcome back to Super Mario 3D World in the Mushroom Kingdom. And as you can see by the map, this is obviously not the Mushroom Kingdom. So, if any of you guys are going to be doing, like, the Let's Plays, I advise you to, maybe just check these little things that, just, yeah, it's just a little, advice. So, let's continue. Let me see. So, for the first episode, what should I also mention? Like, for example, right here, we have the little pipe. The power blocks are really cool. Right here, I do suggest to have the catsuit. I really don't know why you shouldn't have the catsuit at this point. And one thing about the catsuit, oh, and by the way, just missed the coin. One thing about the catsuit, I highly, highly recommend you have, at least one in your inventory for every single level, because, well, there are a lot of times in which you... Well, the catsuit is obviously the main power-up of the game. By the way, this stamp is right here. And I am such a dumbass. I actually forgot that the... Let me see, I'm just not gonna die in here. Yeah, because I thought it was like the... yes, dumbass me, the first green star is just over here. And no, well, it's not in this tree, but it's, in this one right here. So let's just go ahead and grab it. Another thing, oh yeah, about the Mushroom Kingdom. This is like the Sprixie Kingdom, whatever. We'll see after this level, but at the top of my mind, I really don't remember it. So let's just continue. Another thing that I want to say is that, as you saw right there, I actually missed a green star. And by the way, I was about to just jump off the cliff, but we can actually do this. It's really not too difficult. Catsuit is really important. Most of the game I just spent with a catsuit, for my Deathless run, and I suggest you guys do it. It's actually pretty useful. So yes, as you see right there, I actually missed a green star, which we had to go back for. And that is one thing that I have to say. When I played this game first, the 100%, I didn't, I was obviously not doing it with commentary, which meant that I was 100% concentrated on the, on the gameplay itself. And right here, I actually have to, divide my attention span with both the gameplay and the commentary itself, which it could potentially mean that, in tough situations, my commentary is not going to be the best, and in some situations, if I'm really into the commentary, and if I'm really, like maybe, for example, into the topic that I'm talking to you guys about, I might forget or, just pass something that we need, but, just don't worry, we're going to be getting everything, it's going to be pretty easy, trust me. So... right here, we're coming up to the end of the episode. I think I'm actually going to be doing one more world, or stage, I should say, course, as you can see right here. Course clear, and, yeah, that's going to be pretty good for the first episode, introducing the game and all that stuff. I really don't want to make these too long, because I want to be, I want to have this series under 30 episodes, which I believe is completely doable. Because, the reason being is because with all of the Nintendo ID claims, I really don't, I am just completely expecting all of my Super Mario 3D World videos to be, oh, and by the way, this, I'm actually going to be closing with this episode because, with this course, because this one we completely have to do twice to get all of the collectibles. So, this is Plessy hopping to, to reach the goal, whatever, so yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Let me see, I just forgot what I was gonna say. Can I actually remember, please? God damn it. Yeah, I just completely forgot. But, man, I'm just gonna look at this, in the edit and be like, oh, okay, that's what I was talking about. But, back to the gameplay, this is the very first, stage in which you have to do twice to get both, all of the collectibles, and I'm gonna show you why. First, I'm going to go for all of the green stars, and it's going to be pretty easy. So right here, so we can see Plessy, it's actually really cool. And we can go over here, this is a one-up that we really don't need because we're not going to die in the series, and that's going to be pretty cool. Let me see. Oh, and by the way, the second star is right over here, so let's go ahead and do it. And let me see. I truly forgot what I was going to say, but, let's just hope that I remember it along the way. Oh, yeah, I get it. Yeah, with all of the Nintendo ID claims going around, like, I am completely open to have all of my Super Mario 3D World videos claimed by Nintendo, and, I'm really not even gonna touch them. I mean, it's obviously their content. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite douchebag and be like, oh my fucking god, Nintendo, you wanna profit off of my content. Oh my god, by the way, speaking of that, thank you for your, support on my previous video, with the Nintendo ID claim stuff. Yeah, I didn't really expect to have a really good response for that, but you guys actually like my point of view, which is cool. So why do I want to do this series under 30 episodes is because I am actually expecting all of these to be claimed by Nintendo, which I have no problem with. But the only problem that I have is that no one has said anything about how many, like, not strikes, about how many claims you need to have your channel in danger. So far, like I said in the video, in my previous video, I only have 4, but if all of these videos get claimed, which I'm actually expecting and I would be, you know, okay with, I really don't know if it's going to affect my channel in a way that, you know, X amount of claims is going to take it down. So, you know, I just want to make it quick, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be quick because I know, well, I'm actually going to practice, you know, I'm also going to practice some of the stages before every episode, not only to make sure that I know where everything is, but also to, let me see, how do I say, yeah, to also, like, maybe know the best route and, you know, having no, well, maybe risky situations in which I could potentially die, which, you know, like I said before, it's not gonna happen. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I really want to make the series kind of short. It's also a test LP. This game is not that long. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, in order for us to get the stamp of this level, we actually want to go this way. And right here, you want to slow down a little bit, because this is where you could potentially have your very first death. And, there we go. And yes, that is actually where I died first, trying to get the stamp on my very first playthrough. And holy shit, that actually got me too far. On my very first playthrough, and by the way, one thing that I didn't say is that file that you saw in the beginning, that was my second playthrough. In the first one, I had something around 7 lives lost, or 8. It was actually really not that bad, and I can honestly say that this game is incredibly easy. Maybe it was because I really liked Super Mario 3D Land, and that game also was easy, and I really like to focus on not dying in this one, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So, with 4 worlds, I mean 4 stages, 5 if you count the... No, I think this is the third one? I'm not really sure. With these first stages out of the way, with 100%, getting all 3 green stars, and also the stamp, we are going to be closing this episode. So if you guys, well, I kind of forgot my outro because, you know, the Mario Kart 7 stuff. And yeah, in the next one, I'm going to show you the Toad House, the roulette, and that's going to be pretty cool. So, not really remember my outro because it's been 10 weeks since I've live commentated, but if you guys have watched until now, a like and a comment would be really appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe, favorite. You can pretty much tell that I forgot my outro. We'll see you next time when we complete, well, when we start with Switch Scramble Circus, and, you know, just let me know what you think of the quality, what you think of the commentary, getting back into the live commentary so far. And yeah, that's pretty much it, so you guys have a great day, take care of yourself, and until my next episode when we hopefully finish World 1, I will see you then.